Hello and welcome back to a very special episode of Faye Answered Questions. So this week I've got my brother and my sister here. Hello Ben, hello Felicity.
Hey, what's up?
Hello.
All right, and this episode is special for one reason really. So when we started out with this podcast, we started because I wanted to have like a record of advice that we had gotten from our parents, over the years that we'd constantly heard. And it's just something that we can go back and listen to like any time in the future and maybe even, after mom and dad aren't around anymore. But this episode is going to be special because I wanted to hear from my siblings about what their favorite memories with mom and dad are.
The rattlesnake.
The rattlesnake. That was
It wasn't even a rattlesnake, was it? It was a cottonmouth.
No, it was a diamondback.
Mm-mm.
There is video proof somewhere.
Yeah, we do have it on video, but it was. I'm
pretty sure
I think it was a cottonmouth.
I'm pretty sure it was a cottonmouth.
But sis, do you want to explain that one?
Yes, well, Mom and I happen to be absolutely fucking terrified of snakes. And our grandfather, don't know how he did it, but one day opened up the door to his garage and went, well, that's a bloody big snake, and decided to chop its head off. Cue Dad coming in and going, hey boys, you want to play Steve Irwin? And you two played around with the giant fucking snake forever. Well, it was still trying to bite you two without a head. And then I can't remember if it's Dad, Ben, or you that got the bright idea of let's stuff it in the stairs for when Mom comes home.
Well, I think that some of the details of that story have been muddled for you because
Definitely.
that's definitely not how it happened. What had happened was, I think Pop found the snake somewhere. It wasn't in the garage.
It was on the back porch.
It was like on the back porch or something. And Pop was not the one to kill the snake. Dad killed the snake. Dad chopped the snake's head off with a fucking garden hoe. And then we ended up taking it over by the dairy barn which was behind our house, and we were messing around with it over there, doing a little photo shoot and figuring it out. And then we were like, and then Dad was like, "Oh, Mom's coming home." And what he did was we had wooden stairs leading up to our front door in our house, and we tucked it on the side of the stairs. There was a little notch in there where some boards were. And we tucked the body of it in there and left a decent chunk of it sticking out the back of the stairs. And then we all proceeded to vacate the premises and go sit on the back of our grandparents' porch and wait for Mom to come home. Mom comes home when we just are sitting on the porch and we wait and we wait and we wait. And then she walks up to the stairs and lets out a blood-curdling scream, to which we all come running out from behind the porch, laughing our asses off.
It was so funny.
Hilarious. Mom did not appreciate
it. Mom was super upset about it, but yeah, I do remember we have it on an old video recorder where Dad was like, "Hey Josh, you're gonna play like Steve Irwin real quick." So when I say go, you're gonna like go out there and be like, "Oh, we found this like bloody big snake, out here in the backyard, and you're gonna pick it up," that sort of thing. And I remember Ben, you picked it up and it did try and like had that memory of trying to like strike at something, but it didn't have a head, so it hit you in the chest and just left a little red circle.
Yeah, I just had a blood stain on my shirt.
No, I could have sworn that was Joshua that got the blood stain.
No, that was Ben.
Nope.
Yeah, PETA, don't sue us. Also, fuck off, PETA.
Big facts, fuck you, PETA.
Oh, you guys remember the Velociraptor incident?
Oh yeah,
yeah. So that was also when we were back in Arkansas at that same house. I think it was like the first time that I had seen Jurassic Park.
I think it was the first time for all of us seeing Jurassic Park.
Yeah.
It was like a Saturday or something. It was like a rainy day. It might have been during the summer.
It was definitely during the summer. We were all out of school.
Yeah. And we were just, I don't know why, but we were just watching the movie back in Mom and Dad's bedroom All of us were in the bed, all cuddled up, watching the movie. And Dad was just waiting to strike for the right opportunity, and it gets towards the end of the movie where the two kids are running around
trying to hide in the kitchen.
Trying to hide in the kitchen of the park. The Velociraptors are at the door. And I didn't hear it. I don't know if the other two did, but apparently
I definitely heard it.
Dad was scratching on the door to the bedroom because he had closed this in there. And I didn't hear it, but he had been doing that for a little while. And then right at the perfect time in the movie, when the Velociraptors bust in, bam! Dad throws the door open and comes in and just goes, "Wah!" Like, screams at us, and we all just like jump out of our skin and are like scared as hell.
I screamed so much at that. I was like, ah! And then just jumped over like the far edge of the bed and was trying to hide over there. Like, that would save me from a raptor.
See, Joshua has good instincts. This is not the first or the last time Dad has done that. One time in Idaho, it was Mom this time, came out of the fucking basement. No, it was Dad from around the corner in the kitchen. Ben tripped over the rolled up carpet and hit the basement door. I misjudged and slammed into the wall in the hallway, and Joshua actually made it to the front door.
Just saying, in a horror movie, both of you are dead and I'm out of there.
I mean, yeah.
That was good. Really good memory with Mom and Ben. We had gotten back from church that night, and Ben was giving Mom just attitude. Just no amount of attitude that day. Mom was finally sick of it, so we were all like walking in the back door of the house, which leads right into the kitchen. And Ben's going off, and like he didn't say this, but the gist of it was pretty much like, "Fuck you, Mom." And I had forgotten where Mom was. Like, in my memory, like, I don't know, like she teleported like from the car like into the house already, and like we didn't have any lights on, and then just from the shadows from downtown, all I see is just Mom just barrel through and like pick Ben up by his neck and lift him off the ground like you know that scene in Star Wars when Vader lifts the rebel dude up off the ground. That's what it was. Like, your feet were dangling there. I have no idea how she like had that much strength in her, but she was just so mad at you, and you were like, "Mom, please, no."
I don't remember this.
Lord Vader, please no.
It was so funny. You about peed yourself.
I don't remember that one. There's some of those memories I guess I've chosen to forget.
Oh my God, it was the funniest thing I'd seen in a while. You were just like Homer choking Bart. What was the image that I have in my head from that?
Hey Ben, remember this one? Kronk, put your hands in the air.
I hate you. I hate you for that, dude. I hate you so much for that. I don't even know how I didn't break my collarbone on that one.
To be fair, I legitimately had a moment of panic when you hit the deck. I was like, oh my fucking God!
Okay, so background for you guys, since we're just over here rambling. We were all out at the farm, riding around on the four-wheeler, so we're all young enough that we could all fit on there. It was probably... I was in elementary school, I think.
It was before Idaho.
Yeah, so all three of us are riding on the four-wheeler. Dad's driving, Squash is sitting in front, and then Sis and I are sitting on the back of the four-wheeler, on right behind Dad, but on the sides. The back of it had a rack on it, so we could sit on the sides. So we're both sitting on the sides. Not very long after The Emperor's New Groove had come out, pretty much on DVD or VH or whatever. So.
Classic movie. If you haven't seen it, go see it.
So we're sitting there, like, all having a good time, like, doing fun things. Dad's, like, hauling ass on straightaways. Sis is doing the Yzma, like, Kronk, put your hands in the air. And I'm, like, putting my hands in the air and telling her to do the same thing and shit. And then she just poorly times one and says it. And I put my hands in the air right as Dad just guns it around a corner. And granted, it wasn't a very sharp corner. It was a gradual corner. But he guns it hard and takes the corner a little late. And I go flying off the four-wheeler. But I did not fly off off the back. I went forward towards the front wheel and then just shot backwards. And then I landed on my left shoulder and just absolutely jammed the bejesus Christ out of it. It probably barrel rolled about 70 times down the friggin' dirt road. I to this day I still don't know how I didn't break my collarbone on that one. I just sat there for 2 days with a jammed up shoulder that hurt like a mother trucker. It definitely still hurts occasionally because of that. And then the one time I just took on a concrete wall playing racquetball. That didn't end up well either. But
To be fair, the second, like, he was beside me 1 second, gone the next, and I started screaming because he wasn't moving. And I was like, Dad, stop it, I killed Ben!
I felt like I was dying.
Not like this!
Yeah, I remember seeing your hands go up, and then I remember seeing, it looked like somebody had, like, attached a parachute to you, and you just went, and I remember looking back, and I was like, oh, he's gone. I was like, there's nothing we can do for him.
It was pretty blank. I don't remember going forward towards the front wheel. That's just what Dad told me. All I remember is just flying off the back of the thing and hitting the ground. And then it was like the TikToks that you see now with the blinking eye effect where people will like wake up. That's how it was. I just like woke up and then there was Dad. And then I was like, ouch, I'm in pain. And then I remember just like waking up on the couch with a giant ice pack. I was just like, that shit hurted.
It's funny now, but there was legitimate panic.
Yeah, there was quite a few times where we were panicked and thought one of us was dead. We got a couple of dad stories in there. What are you guys' favorite memories with Mom?
I mean, mine, I guess, has to do with the four-wheeler, too, because we would just
That
go
woman's
around
insane.
driving around on the four-wheeler, and she was a psychopath. But she would always make sure to find all of the cow shit to run through, and she would never let the people on the back of the four-wheeler sit facing forward. They always had to sit facing back, and we just get cow shit smeared up the back of our legs. Jeans, shorts, didn't matter. Cow poop was everywhere. And we were okay with it because we were just like, well, this is just digested grass. We don't really care.
Yeah. Sis, what about you?
There is a lot. Somebody else go. I will come back to this.
All right. Well, my favorite thing is whenever one of us would like come home like upset from school, like Mom would always like be the one to be like, oh, hey, you want to talk about it? And she would always, I don't know where they came from, but she'd always like have cookies or would be like, oh, hey, you want to help me like bake cookies real quick? And like little upset, like elementary or middle school, even going into high school kid, like, who's going to say no to cookies?
Food fixes everything.
Yeah. And it was just the best, most wholesome memory because Mom would be like, oh, like, make sure like we were always like okay and made us feel like we could always talk to her about anything. And she still bribes us with sweets sometimes. At least when I came home last, she was like, "Oh, hey, you want a cookie? You want to talk about some stuff?" I was like,
"Oh, she bribed
yes,
me
Mom."
with sweets. I think I just get bribed with alcohol now.
Oh, that's fair.
It depends on what I'm talking to them about, what I get bribed with. Sometimes it's a combination. Mom's like, hey, you want to go to Sonic and get some ice cream and then we can drink? Yes. Yes, I do.
Oh, no, here's a good story for you, sis, with Mom. Is, man, all this shit happened when we were in Idaho, but it was a summer day. It was a warm day. We were being little shits again. Mom was like, all right, I'm going to spank you guys. And she didn't grab a belt. We were in the kitchen. And she just grabbed a wooden spoon. Yeah, Ben, you already know where this is going. I see your face.
I want to tell a story.
Yeah, go for it. You got a storyteller.
Okay, so we were fucking being real shitheads, right? And Mom was like, enough of this. Everybody get in the kitchen now. And Mom was notorious for, when it was nice outside and not too hot, cutting the AC off and opening all the windows in the house. So, that's what happened. The kitchen window above the sink is open. We were all turned around, and for some reason, I'm the one to get the spoon first. So, I said, fine, I will take one for the team. Little did my mother know, I had recently learned the fabulous trick of tightening the buttocks and clenching so that they became hard as rocks. So Mom comes down with the spoon, ready to beat that ass, but she doesn't realize that I had Nacho Libre and tightened. And she comes down and hits one strike with the spoon on the buttocks, which did not hurt at all. And in the process of striking me, snaps the head of the spoon off, and it flies out the open kitchen window. Just immediately, ding! Broken spoon.
She
I
was so
just
pissed.
turn around and look at her like, what now? And Dad is over in the corner trying not to laugh because we're supposed to be getting punished. And Mom has just broken one of her wooden spoons across my butt. And I was just looking at her like, what now? And then eventually Dad couldn't hold it in anymore. And I started laughing. And she said, in a much nicer way, fuck this, I'm done. And
Yeah.
no more discipline was had that day.
It just diffused the whole situation right there. But that's the crazy thing, because I remember that, in my mind, like, it's Sis is the one that broke the spoon.
Oh, we all broke spoons.
It was me. I mean, I'm sure we all broke spoons at one point, but I definitely broke the spoon on that one.
Although
Okay.
nothing tops the time. Dad was dying laughing. Mom was laughing. You were laughing. She was still trying to whip your ass, but you had fallen into the spinning chair.
Oh, the other one that really gets me that Dad tried to not laugh on is Mom was so mad one day. So when Mom gets mad, she really like reverts back to an Arkansas drawl in her accent, and she was big mad this day. And she's trying to yell at us, and she got real southern real fast, and Dad just lost it. And Mom gave up because she didn't want to talk anymore because Dad wasn't helping because he was just sitting there laughing at her the whole time. And Mom was like, I can't do this because you guys are making fun of me, and I'm supposed to be punishing the children, and now everyone's laughing at me. I'm out.
Yeah, there were a couple times like that.
I still say the spinning chair one was hilarious because Dad's dying in the corner. Mom's chasing Ben in a circle because he's fallen on the office chair. He's using his feet to kick and it's spinning in a circle, so she has him in the back of the neck. And she's chasing him in a fucking circle trying to hit him, and it's just not working, and everybody's laughing. Like, she tried so hard to be but she had to call Dad so many times because it just ended in tears and not as he thought it would.
Yeah, those are good times. Oh man, there's just so many good memories.
Oh, my personal favorite is, who's in the house? I'm just going to the fucking bathroom.
Oh,
Turning
yeah.
out to be in the middle of the night, somebody getting a gun drawn on them.
Well, okay,
Yeah.
let's be clear. It wasn't an actual gun. It was a BB gun. A spring-loaded BB gun, by the way.
You did draw an actual gun on me one time.
Oh, fuck.
Same.
See, you guys were big dumb. I was smart enough to do all of my potty breaks and things before I went to bed because I knew that you don't get to sneak around going to the bathroom in the middle of the night with Dad in the house. You guys had to find out the hard way.
I
Creaking
have
doors
to be
open,
in the middle of the night.
creaking floorboards, creaky bathroom door. So if he didn't get you then, he got you after the toilet flushed for some reason. I don't know why a robber is using the bathroom while he's robbing the house, but Dad would just, bam, who's there? Bitch, I just flushed the toilet. You think a robber is going to take a shit in our house while he's robbing it? Like, that is the ultimate sign of disrespect. This man would be in the middle of robbing the house and be like, wait, one moment, I need to leave a turd.
Yeah. Oh man. So eventually, like, that's what I figured out. I was like, why am I sneaking around in my own house? I was like,
If you're
That's
gonna do
gonna-
it, make as much noise as possible.
yeah, that's what I did.
Wake up
eventually,
the
like-
whole damn house. Turn all of the lights on.
Okay,
Like,
unlike you two, I never snuck around. I flipped on every light in that damn house. I was like, if you're gonna shoot me, you're gonna have to look at me first.
So what was your favorite place to live out of all the places that we've?
As much as I hated the snow, I liked Idaho. I liked living in Idaho a lot.
Yeah.
That was probably our best spot. I like that. I like living in Idaho the most. The snow sucked in the winter, but I mean it wasn't that bad. You
got used to it.
you got used to it, but yeah, I was actually pretty sad when we left Idaho.
I threatened to run away.
Did you really?
I didn't
Yeah, I
know
left a poorly worded note and everything, and Mom busted my room. Like, what the fuck do you think you're doing?
I'm gonna go live under the bridge by the train tracks. I don't
Yeah,
care.
I'll be the bridge troll. Yeah.
You know,
answer these riddles 3.
Oh, that
Is
really
your
nice
favorite
lady
color?
from the church. It was that really nice lady from the church that used to watch us when Mom and Dad would go off.
Oh,
Yeah.
Grandma Kathleen.
Yes.
Not actually our
And
grandma.
threatened to run away and live with her. And Mom's like, the fuck makes you think she's gonna take you? I was
Yeah.
like, ouch, mother. Ouch.
No, yeah, for sure. I think same for me. I really enjoyed Idaho. It's kind of like a magical spot, and like it was at that point like where we were all kids, like so we're all 2 years apart in age, but I think when we were in Idaho, it was that sweet spot when we were still like kids, but like we weren't like angsty teens yet. I know Ben was getting to that point
Yeah, true.
a little bit, but we still
Stood
had,
up on the steps, spread his legs, and said his first curse word, and Dad flew up those steps and went, "What the fuck did you just say?"
There's a ton of good memories. Like I remember, like in the winters, like Mom and Dad would go out and like make a little snow luge course for us,
That was super cool.
and
That was fun. They get
Yeah.
the hose and ice it down. Really
Yeah.
make sure we got some traction.
they told me like a little while ago they'd go out there like after like when we weren't like home and they like spray some water on it so it iced up a little bit more. Yeah,
I mean, a lot happened at Idaho. I really miss that the fact we never finished renovating the house.
yeah, for sure. And that was another big thing with my parents. Like we've renovated pretty much like every house that we've lived in.
True.
Gone through, so we've gotten
Well,
some.
except the one in North
Wait, do
Carolina.
not speak of
Yeah,
that one.
well, I mean that one had to be repaired minorly because of an incident.
Somebody's butt went through a wall.
Yeah,
The fact that your
That was
sister
my angsty
giving
teenage
your
years. That was my high
ass
puberty,
a
high
piggyback ride
hormonal
and you
years.
refused to return the favor?
yeah.
Yeah, well, fuck you.
Oh yeah, well I got mine back when I was the one who had the balls to call Dad and you were on your knees going, "Don't do it, we can fix it before he gets home."
I thought I was a handyman. I did so much sheetrocking in Idaho, I thought I could fix that. I did not.
Yeah, I remember your plan on that was just to try and pull the two like flappy bits of sheetrock that were broken in and pull them like
You pull
together.
the
And then-
flappy bits
Pulling
together
out-
and put the fake
And then
plant in front of it. No one will
Put a
ever
plant,
notice.
put a vase with flowers, and you're like, it'll work. Fucking trust
You
me.
were pulling out this tiny ass jar of putty, and I was like, "We do not have the shit to pull this off."
True, I'm trying to pull the things and like tape it and putty it, and I'm like, I could do this. It's fine. It's not
Dad
fine.
was so mad at us for so long.
He was not
Yeah.
that mad at us.
Well, he would have been more mad had he come home and we not called him about it.
Big facts.
Yeah, that's true.
I think I was mainly pissed when we left Idaho because I was about to hit middle school. It meant I could try out for the volleyball team.
Mm.
We go down there, it's like, we don't have a sport you can play. It's like, fuck you. I was in high school and Mom was continuously forcing me to work out. I went on a walk with her one day and I had to stop to tie my shoe and I look up and she's fucking gone. Like, no idea where she went. I was like, okay, well, she went in this road, and I was like, I can just go this way. I catch up, and I was like, wait, there's a fork in the road. Left, right, fuck it, we're going left. All uphill. 3 hills later, half an hour, I am swearing and creating new swear words, and I was like, fuck it, I'm turning around, I'm going home. I turn around, and I have somehow obtained a canine companion. And I was like, well, fuck it. Clearly, I'm on an adventure.
Fuck,
I don't
was
think
I
I've
in
ever heard
college
this
at this
story.
point?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, you were. So I go back down the 3 fucking hills, and right as I get to the fork, Mom comes around from the right, and she's like, what the fuck were you doing up there? And I was like, you were gone! I took an educated guess. Clearly it was the wrong one. And she's like, and where did you get a dog? And I was like, I don't know. And she's like, I never would have gone that way. That's too many hills. I'm like, I'm super proud of you, though. And at that point in time, that was not what I wanted to hear. My thighs were chafing. My feet were blistering. I was sweaty everywhere. And it's already humid as fuck down there in the middle of summer. And I was just like, screw you, mother. Screw you. And I attempted to power walk home, which does not really work when you have a really friendly dog following you.
Whose dog was it?
We backtracked it to where he went. His owner's like, oh yeah, he does that a lot.
No, fuck him. Nah, he's fine.
Yeah, it'll be all right. Oh man.
And then they go, he didn't bite you, did he? No. Is that something I should have been concerned about?
I think my favorite thing about Mom and Dad is I know there were a couple times when money was really tight and we didn't have enough to get they'd buy food for 2 weeks. We ran out of food, in those 2 weeks. Well, we're not going to eat till they get paid again. But they always found a way to provide for us, even when things were tight. And they always made it seem like our situation that we were in was never.
They always made it seem like it was the best situation for us to be in. We were never. I never felt once that we were like way worse off than maybe what we actually were. They were always like, nope, this is exactly where we're at. This is exactly what we're supposed to be doing, and it was always like fun.
Remember the bi-weekly finance meetings? Did not appreciate that as a child. Can appreciate why they did that now. Or I think one thing I'm really glad they did was they sent you to Costa Rica, Josh, and then the next year the trip came up, and I was fully prepared on not telling them, and then you just stroll home and go, oh, hey, there's an Italy trip, and I'm like, you motherfucker, we can't afford that right now. Why would you even tell them?
Mm-hmm.
Mom's like, oh yeah, you're totally going, and I was like, please show me where this is coming from, and she's like, don't worry about it.
See, I got big boned on that because I had the chance to go back to Australia.
Ah, damn.
And do one of those EF tours that you guys did. We went to the meetings and everything, and we walked out of it. Mom was like, we can't send you. And I was like, what? Yeah. And then, literally 2-3 years later, you guys are going on trips, and I was like, motherfucker.
Yeah.
It helps. I was prepared to hide the Italy trip because I knew I was about to go to college, and I was like, you know what? I can live without going to Italy. And then Joshua just strolls right in and goes, hey, look at this. And I'm like, I could strangle you.
You fucker.
That was fine. I had to, because I know at that point, that was probably when times were pretty tight.
Nah.
And I just mentioned the trip, in passing. And I was like, oh, I was just talking to mom and dad about my day at school. I was like, oh, the school's got this, school sponsored trip thing. We could go to Costa Rica. I think it'd be pretty fun. And mom and dad were like, oh, you seem really interested. That's something you want to do. And they found a way to make it work. And it's still one of my favorite, memories and experiences that I've had is going on that trip. It was also funny because it was the second year the school was doing the trip, and everybody had signed up for the year before to go around. I think it was Austria, Germany, and France was the first trip. And so nobody signed up for the second trip. And I was the only one from my school to go. And I had to join another group from a different school. So I knew absolutely no one on there. And I was like, hey, I'm just here along for the ride,
Just vibing, bro.
Just vibing, man. It's great. Saw some sloths. The iguana ran at a girl and she screamed. It was super funny.
You had a chance to go horseback riding, but you chose zip lining.
Low-key, I probably would have chose zip lining too.
Well, we did both, so.
Bitch. No, I'm really glad I did get to go to Italy too. It was a hell of a lot of fun. I made exactly one friend from a different school. People from my school, I did not enjoy them. There was the douchebag that Leash and I had to blackmail.
Wait,
we're not
what?
going to go on that one. We're not going to go into that on this TED Talk here.
Okay.
But there was a douchebag that Leash and I had to blackmail / bribe to leave us alone, and a couple of the weird kids from school, and one girl I really didn't talk to a lot. And then we met up with the other schools, and they were really awful. So I hung out with exactly one person from that giant ass group, but we had a hell of a time.
I didn't plan this episode out. I should have had some more questions put in there for you guys. But wrapping this up, just keep it a nice, short, and sweet episode. But obviously, as we've grown up and our relationship with our parents has changed, what do you enjoy most about your relationship that you have now with mom and dad? Compared with when we were younger.
I think now just as we're older, just the looser feel of our relationship. They're still our parents and everything, but now we kind of just talk about anything and everything. Whereas, when you're growing up, you kind of sometimes you don't feel like you can talk about anything and everything with them. So now it's just, it's a looser feel. It's a lot more fun. I feel like, as much as they don't want to, I could be like, yo, let's go out partying and we'd have a great time.
They would out party us for sure.
Oh, they'd out party us for sure, but I'd still enjoy every moment of it as Dad dragged me by my heels back to the house.
Like, Mom would dance in heels in a circle around me, and I'd be there in flats going, how do you fucking do that?
I feel like it'd be super great, but yeah.
Yeah, I think...
They're like how accepting they are about everything. Like, when in high school, when I was first like, oh God, I might like girls, there was a solid, 4-month period where I was freaking out because it's like, Dad used to be a preacher, and I was like, I know what they say, but they used to do, and then I came home one day with hickeys, and they're like, oh, your boyfriend give you that? And I was like,
no. If my boyfriend has a lack of penis, then yes.
And they're like, oh, cool, but aren't you dating a guy currently? And I was like, hence my conundrum. I may have slipped up here.
Whoa!
The things that happened at the house when I was gone away to school.
Hey, man, you were the trailblazer.
Technically, everybody was gone. Behavior. They were on vacation. See, technically, everybody was gone. Josh and I were staying with the grandparents. Mom and Dad were on vacation. I had Nan drop me off at Elkins Public Library. Hoofed it back to the house with her. We had a lovely time together.
I have no words. Just none.
And I was rocking a scarf in the middle.
I do remember that day. I do remember the scarf. I do remember. I was like, why the hell are you wearing a scarf? It's like warm outside. And then you're like, shut up, I have hickeys, don't tell Mom and Dad. And I was like, okay. Like, I didn't know what to do.
What's happening? What was happening?
I didn't know.
I leave for my first year away, and everyone just loses their minds.
Yeah, loses their minds.
A lot of awkward fumbling is what happened. Now. Mom and Dad rolled with it, but their main concern was like, shouldn't you break up with your current boyfriend? And I was like, I am currently going through a crisis, but that sounds correct.
Yeah. Well, getting back to the question, my favorite thing about how my relationship has changed with Mom and Dad is like, we can talk to them a lot more like as adults, and they'll always be our parents, like not our.
Okay, what has Ben doing?
Oh, we gotta take a break. Ben, what's going on?
Bro, I just.
Are you okay?
I don't know why this meme has just murdered me right now, bro, but I am deceased.
Hold it up to the camera.
Send it in the chat. What is it?
I can't see it.
I can't see
Damn
it.
Okay.
You screenshot it and send it.
Oh my god. I'm wheezing right now.
I wasn't seeing any of that because Joshua was talking, so my camera fixated on him, so I missed that entire expression. All I see is Joshua slowly losing his shit.
I don't know why it sent me so hard, but it's so funny.
Share the photo. What is it? Let's find out together.
Yo, okay, so for our listeners, this is not going to be the same as looking at this right now, but
I'm taking all this out. Don't worry.
It's a meme, and it says Jesus dies on the cross, Christians, and then it's just a photo of a bunch of little children picking up Easter eggs. And it's just so funny because they're all so pissed about Lil Nas right now. And put Jesus died on the cross and we'll go pick up Easter eggs. That's fine. I'm fucking wheezing. Oh my god, bro.
I saw one today. Somebody had photoshopped little Nas onto a picture of like Jesus sitting on the throne. So little Nas is twerking on him. He goes, "Are you fucking happy now, Christian?" Oh,
Robin Williams had a small little portion of one of his shows on that. He's like, you can't put raspberry footprints in the grass going, come on kids, we're looking for Jesus. It's like the main part of that I remember, but he did a whole thing on the Easter bunny and why it's a bunny instead of like you can't bite the top off of a cream-filled cross.
Anyway,
moving on.
Getting back to the question. I think my favorite thing about the relationship that we have with our parents now is like while yes, they'll still always be, mom and dad, and they'll still always be our parents, but like it's more of like we can be like friends with them now, like as adults.
Yeah.
You see them more like as a person than you do like a parental authority figure all the time. Kickback, you can make those jokes with them that you wouldn't have been able to before, which is nice.
I had friends who were like, oh, come on, when's the last time you spoke to your parents? And I was like, this morning, this afternoon, before I went to bed. I told her what I had for lunch today. It's like, when was the last time you talked to your parents? Last week? Sucks for you.
Yeah. I feel like I should probably text them more.
I think the group chat does a good job.
Yeah, it's good that we have that group chat. All right. Do we have any final words here for our parents?
Thanks for an interesting childhood. And we can now tell it freely without worry of Child Protective Services.
Yeah, nobody's gonna come for us now.
As we jump off the hay bale, or 3.
But the only thing I would say is just, Mom, Dad, thanks for a good childhood. Love you guys dearly, and I hope we can all still joke and have fun, move along in life, and I'll always come back to you too for advice.